evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more, Hearthstone arena action. We started off playing Warlock in this arena with aggro. It's a fun deck. It's not quite as good as it should be for an aggro deck. In my first game, I made a slight misplay and still won. In my second game, my opponent, the Warlock, had Hellfire when he needed it, and so he won pretty trivially. And it's just sort of sucked. If he hadn't had Hellfire, I probably would have crushed him. As it is, he had Hellfire, and I got crushed. So that's kind of how it goes with aggro. You're very fragile. Even with the Warlock's ability to draw cards, you're still fragile. Now, of course, my opponent also played a Gadsden Auctioneer and drew like 4 cards off of it, and that didn't help either. Twisting Nethers, stop showing up! I don't want to ever see you. Go away. Keep the Mana Wraith as a 2-drop. Hoping, though, for some of my Flame Imps. I do have like 3 of them in here. Oh god, what is going on with my deck? It doesn't want to give me any 1-drops. Okay. Well, let's hope we draw a Flame Imp. Nope, not a chance. I'm going to go ahead and do this to slow down my opponent and force him to use removal that he might want to use against other stuff against this. Next turn, if I don't get any 1-drops or 2-drops, Holy Smite. I was kind of hoping for Shadow Word Pain, but it's fine. So hoping, but anyway, if I don't get any 2-drops, okay, I would have just drawn a card. As it is, putting this down as a 2/2 for 2 is totally fine. I don't really mind that. I do have my end game here. I also have like a... The light shall burn you. What is... Oh. I also... what else do I have in here that's big? I have something big in here. Big-ish, anyway. For end game beef. This could have been a Frostwolf Warlord. I may or may not regret that when turn 5 comes around. We'll see. Next turn, I'm probably going to be life tapping. Probably. I don't see myself wanting to play this. It's so passive. I'd much rather just draw a card. Now, what's possible is that he'll play a 3-toughness creature. Not super likely on turn 4, but possible. Nope, did not happen. Oh god, this Shadow Bolt deals... Well, okay. Change of plans. We're going to go ahead and do Shadow Bolt and Mortal Coil. It gives me a card, and it clears out his creature. And when you're playing aggro, that's what spells are for. It's for clearing the way for your creatures to continue attacking. So that's fine. Pretty safe to Holy Nova with this 3 toughness. I got some card draw and some more spell damage, making this deal 6 potentially if this guy's still alive. That could kill a lot of stuff. I just really would not like to lose the Dread Infernal, as it is pretty much my only endgame card. So I hope I can drop this down before I have to play Soulfire. Pretty good card for my opponent here. I wonder if he's going for Priest aggro. It's not something you really want to play as a priest. Okay. Well, as the old saying goes, always draw cards first.
I hope you like my invention.
Power Overwhelming is not helpful at the moment. Okay. I'm going to life tap. Oh, that would have been great to start. And I'm going to play a Flame Imp. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to kill off this Abusive Sergeant, and the reason for that is I don't want him to kill my Flame Imp. So by protecting my Flame Imp, I'm essentially dealing more proxy damage later at the expense of some damage now.
Embrace the void.
Ah, that's a good card. So what I really want to do is play the Dalaran Mage and then Soulfire this. There's a risk, of course, that I will lose my Dread Infernal, which would be sad. Another option is to play Power Overwhelming on the Novice Engineer. Can I actually win? No, not close. And then just kill it that way, leaving me with 5 mana, which I can use to play the Stormwind Knight and the Leper Gnome. That might be better, I think. Soulfire is a bit more flexible, so we'll do this. I'm not sacrificing too much damage for that. And let's go ahead and just keep the pressure up. Actually, surprisingly safe against Holy Nova here. Only the Leper Gnome would die. And, well, as far as big creatures go, I've got Dalaran Mage and Soulfire for 5 damage. Is that Shadow Madness? That would be really irritating. Holy Fire. Okay, I don't mind him spending his whole turn to do that. The healing, I'm not that thrilled with. But other than that, I'm okay with it. I'm going to go ahead and... I don't want to play this just to kill my Leper Gnome for nothing, so let's go ahead and life tap first. Ah, this is nice. So we'll play the Wolf. Swing, swing. And this puts me a little bit vulnerable for Holy Nova, so I'll play the Dalaran Mage instead. And just see what he has to say about this. So Holy Nova wouldn't be the greatest thing. It would kill 2 creatures. The damage from the gnome would counter the healing. And I'd be able to keep on trucking.
In the light's name.
Okay. Well, let's take a look at the situation. I can deal... see, this would deal 2 damage. This would also essentially deal 2 damage. This is dealing 2 damage, by the way, because it deals 1 to him plus another... Oh, no, this deals 3 damage. It deals 1 to him plus another 2 for killing the Leopardome. So I've got... I have to be careful here. I got 3 plus 3 is 6. This would then be next to the wolf, so that's 2, so that's 8, 10, 13... 18 damage. It's not enough to kill him, but that has a lot of damage. So I will do that, I think.
Give me a big hug!
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Vaporization commencing.
Oh, I shouldn't have. Oh my god, I shouldn't have attacked with this. It was gonna. Gah, I lost a point of damage there. Okay, slight change of plans. We'll hold on to this for later. Let's go ahead and life tap instead. Do this, that, and that. Okay, sorry, I messed up a little bit there. I should have attacked with this guy after the Leopardome, and I should have played the Dread Infernal. But anyway, it should be okay. So Holy Nova will kill off 3 of my creatures. He can then trade in with some of his other stuff for more damage. Looks like he does not have a Holy Nova. That's great. Power Word Shield on that thing. That's odd. I would have put it on the Taunter that's like keeping you from dying. So maybe a little bit of a boo-boo for my opponent? Is he gonna give it Inner Fire? Guess who doesn't care? Okay. Yeah, he just shouldn't have done that. He should have just put the Power Word Shield on the Lord of the Arena, for sure. Ah, he's got another Power Word Shield. Touche. Alright, so he killed my Cobra to stop me from being able to run into the Lord of the Arena trivially. Let's go ahead and take a look at the situation. So, I can run in with the Leper Gnome, that's 3 damage, this thing is at 4 health. And then I could run the Fairy Dragon in, so it's down to 1 health, the Dread Infernal, finish it off, get him down to 9. And then I've got 5 damage here and another 5. Okay, that is... Whoa. First, run the Leper Gnome in. Oh, yeah, there's also 2 damage from that. So, yeah, this is totally fine. Also, I have the Wolf Rider in case it wasn't enough. We'll just use the Soulfire here. And that's it. So that was a nice aggro victory. I think, to be fair to my opponent, I didn't play that quite right. I didn't squeeze out the maximum amount of damage, so he had more health than he should have, which also means that had he had a Holy Nova, I think he could have won that game. So, I'll call that breaking even. I needed my Warlock opponent last game not to have Hellfire, and he did, so I lost. I needed that Priest to not have Holy Nova, and he didn't, so I won. It's fine. I think that's fine. I think if I'd been a better player, I could have maybe played and won both, but as it is, being, you know, an above-average player, merely, I got one of those 2 wins. Okay, so we're up to 2-1. Feels like I should be at 3-1, but, well, that's how it goes. Robert Lee, another Priest. Priests, of course, Priests can beat a Warlock deck, but Priests, I think, are a little bit weaker against aggro than other classes. Let's send a lot of stuff back except for my 2-drop, of course. I would like to get 1-drops here, if possible. Alright, there's a Flame Imp. Okay, if I do top deck another Flame Imp, I'm going to remember to actually coin it out, or really any 1-drop. I'll coin it out so I can get them both onto the field. 1-drop? Oh my gosh, we got a 1-drop. Perfect. And again, keep an eye on what class you're playing against. Priests don't really handle the situation very well. I mean, you can like double Holy Smite. He can like shoot his pistols akimbo, as it were. But other than that possibility, it's not that big of a deal. Okay, Shadow Bolt sadly is a turn late. Here I'm going to go ahead and trade, because I'm still dealing 2 damage, and I would rather have 3 2s on the board. than like have him trade his 2/2 for my 3/2 and keep a 2/1 on the board. Harvest Golem, very good card against me at the moment. I probably have to ignore that. So I can either life tap. Yeah, I'm gonna life tap. A Blood Imp would be spectacular here. Not a chance. All right, we'll ignore that thing. It's just really good against me. But we're gonna have to try to, you know, aggro out here. I do have Hellfire for a little bit of Burnination. It sucks that this one thing can kill 2 of my creatures, but with a bit of luck, I should be able to get the Dark Iron Dwarf on the Flame Imp, swing in for 5 damage once, and be fine. I might even be able to, like, if I get lucky and top deck Mortal Coil, I could use that as well. Argent Squire, if only I could give it charge. I think what I'm gonna do is actually this. And, well, should I Shadow Bolt this thing? Or just play Wolf Rider, get more damage too? So let's see, I can swing for 6 down to 15. If he has a Holy Nova. If he has a Holy Nova, things are getting pretty ugly. Yeah, let's go ahead and actually just Shadow Bolt this thing. And keep on swinging. So now Holy Nova is really unappealing. It only kills 1 creature and spends his whole turn. Then I'd be perfectly happy to play the Wolf Rider, or in fact, just Dark Iron Dwarf.
Your magic shall not
Spellbreaker. Alright, solid card. Powered Shield. Very irritating. But luckily, got the Dark Iron Dwarf here, which is good. Let's think for a moment here. So, I can just go balls to the walls with the Wolf Rider and the Kobold Geomancer. Problem then is I really do lose if he plays a Holy Nova. More conservative plays to play the Dark Iron Dwarf, swing on this and trade. Or I could play the Dark Iron Dwarf on this and actually attack up to get him down to 12 health. I've got 6 points of burn in my hand. It's a risky proposition either way. I think what I'll do is play a bit conservatively. Let's go ahead and just trade. I'm doing all right here, card-wise. And, you know, I've got the burn. I can up the burn with the Kobold Geomancer, so actually I have 7 points of burn in my hand. And it stops him from doing any trickery. Oh, why does everybody play that card? Jesus Christ. Okay, so this looks a little fishy. He could have used his healer ability to kill my Argent Squire. But instead he chose to do this, which suggests he's planning to give it taunt or something like that. Well, I never did draft that silence. So if he's got the taunt, he's got the taunt. Do I play the Gurbashi Berserker or do I play more stuff? Well, I think I can actually hold on to this. Let's go ahead and actually just life tap. Ah, this is great. So, okay, we're going to go ahead and play the Wolf Rider, Flame Imp, and we're going to swing, swing, and swing. So now, we'll just see. We'll see how good his answer is. Holy Nova here would actually damage him to the point where Hellfire can almost kill him. I would just need to get like a Soulfire or something. So no Holy Nova, he's burning just 1 creature out. Dark Iron Dwarf's a tricky creature for him to remove. The best way to remove it is to have a buff for this. He seems not to have that option. He also seems not to have Inner Fire or any other kind of trickery for this amount of health, like giving it taunt, or at least not yet. Defender of Argus or oh god. Well, that's very clever, so it kills all of my creatures because of the Soul Priest. 0 mana, wipe your opponent's board is pretty good. Okay. This is not looking great. I can get him down to 6. Or I can get him down to 2, which is not quite good enough, unfortunately. Okay. This guy will die. Fuck. Okay. Well, I'm gonna play this. So what I'm going for here is I hope he will use the hero, like Lightspawn to attack, hero ability to finish it off, and maybe overextend, and then I could win with a Twisting Nether, potentially. He attacked this first. Oh, that might be an error. I mean, he should have just attacked with the Lightspawn first. Could have achieved the same thing. I'm getting pretty down there. So, Twisting Nether or Hellfire? Advantage of, well, actually, Twisting Nether is just pointless here. So yeah, let's just do the Hellfire. And play the Blood Knight.
Glory to the Sindori.
I could have held out for him to play a Divine Shield creature, but honestly, the odds of that are pretty small. So we'll do this. Hope he doesn't have anything disruptive. If I can hit even once, that'd be great. Oh god, that's annoying. Well, it hit me, which is no good. Shit. Do I have a win? I can get him down to 1 health. Are you kidding me? Well, this kills me. If I can, oh my god, if I were at 10 men and I could play them both, I could get it down to a draw. Shit. Well, what I have to do is this. This really sucks, but I have to do this and then play Twisting Nether, which is terrible because he gets the turn here, and if he has, you know, any charge creature or a Holy Smite or anything, he wins.
Squire, attend me. Ready, sir.
Oh, he heals. Shit, I can't do the draw anymore. My only out, I think, is a Soulfire or a Power Overwhelming. It's the only way that I can win. Demon Fire, not good enough. Well, we're gonna go out in style. God damn, that game sucked. Wow. I feel like there must have been some way that I could have had it there. Maybe I should have attacked him more. Like, instead of trading into a Spellbreaker, I should have just attacked for 5. I mean, it's not as simple as he was at 5 health, so he would have died. Like, it's possible that that Spellbreaker would have been able to do more stuff. Yeah, maybe that game, but if there was anything I would change going back, that's probably what it would be. I would have traded a little bit less and swung at his face a little bit more. It's a tricky decision. It's one of the hard things about playing aggro. Aggro's not as simple as it looks. It's not just about spam creatures on the board and swing at your opponent's face. You have to make those tough decisions, and I haven't quite mastered that yet. So that might have been my undoing there. Very unfortunate that Ragnaros attacked me, though, because if it had attacked my Blood Knight, I would have still played Twisting Nether to kill it, and then I would have had 8 more health, so I could have potentially won the game. Cabo the Paladin. Alright. 2 and 2 is a crappy place to be. Twisting Nether, stop showing up in my opening hands! Jesus! There's like one card in every draft where that like keeps showing up, and I don't want Twisting Nether to be that card. Okay. So, tricky choice what you play, the Argent Squire or the Leper Gnome. It can really make a big difference. If your opponent plays like a Novice Engineer, well actually they're both bad against Novice Engineer. If your opponent makes like a 1-1, the Leper Gnome sucks a lot more. But he's probably not going to coin out a 1-1. Well, he might. If I play the Leper Gnome, he might coin out a 1-1 just to do it. Okay, well, we'll do the Argent Squire first. And the problem is now if he plays a 3-2, the Argent Squire without a buff, because I don't have my Wolf in my opening hand, is a bit unremarkable. Hopefully he has a slow start and doesn't have anything at all. That would be the best. Wisp! Oh god. Well, I'll take a free kill. No problem. Don't mind that at all. And in fact, I think I'll ignore that. Let's go ahead and sneak that extra damage through. What I'm risking here is like a... Really, the only thing I'm risking is a Abusive Sergeant, which would let the Wisp kill my Monty Berserker. I'm willing to take that risk. A Blessing of Might or something, you know, could also do it. Leaving this around also lets me try to enrage my Berserker. It's a long shot for sure, but it's not impossible. Against a Priest, by the way, I wouldn't have attacked here because if my opponent has nothing better to do on turn 2, he would just heal the damage, so it would accomplish nothing. So I'd probably have traded into the Wisp my Divine Shield if I were up against a Priest. Alright, he's going to do that for me and then play a Secret. Interesting. Well, I think what I'm going to do here is actually... Oh, God, it sucks that he did that. I can't believe how much that sucks. I drew the Blood Knight. God damn it. I'm going to actually swing with my Monty Berserker because I don't mind turning on Enrage with him. It is a noble sacrifice.
Get down!
And next...
I fight.
I'm actually going to play Dalaran Mage. Now, a bit about my thought process here. I don't want to play the Wolf Rider because he still has the coin, so he could consecrate and kill everything. This survives consecration. If I weren't up against a Paladin, I'd actually play the Blood Knight because it deals more damage. But the reason I'm playing the Dalaran Mage here is up against a paladin. I want to have a creature that can be my designated paladin sweeper. And paladins are more likely than the average class to actually put a divine shield on a creature preemptively. You could put like a taunt and put a hand of protection on it. So this is more likely against a paladins than any other class to actually get to trigger, because paladins of course are the only class with class specific cards that grant divine shield, and they have two of those, Hand of Protection and the Argent Protector. So for that reason I kept him around. Now he wants to kill this if he at all can, so here is where you'd want to coin Hammer of Wrath or Consecration, or even True Silver Champion would honestly be worth it. If he doesn't have any removal for this, though, he's going to be in a bit of trouble, because with the Wolf Rider, I can charge through most things he could play. Not like a Ascension Shield Master. Ah, well, Silence. It's, gotta admit, pretty good right there. Pretty good right there. So does he have anything for 1 mana? Does he want to put a Divine Shield on this? Nope. Ah, that's too bad. Okay, well, here, I don't exactly want to go balls to the walls Dickens, so what I'm going to do is... Do I ignore this owl? I think I'll ignore the owl.
Vaporization commencing.
Well, we'll kill it. I'm not losing much by killing it. Swing, swing. We'll do... I don't want to run right into Consecration, so we'll do the Leper Gnome and the Blood Knight. If I draw a 2-mana card or less, I could get a free Soulfire next turn, which would be pretty sweet, especially if it deals 5 damage. Like, Soulfiring a Chillwind Yeti or Ascension Shield Master right here would just be pretty much the most amazing thing ever. That's unfortunate. There's a lot of good targets for it. It gets one of them. Kinda sucks.
Let the pain speak to me.
That's irritating. It's a free kill on my Leper Gnome. Dark Iron Dwarf. I think I will use it. So let's balance things out a bit. I'm going to trade my Leper Gnome in to stop that thing from killing my newly buffed card. The Acolyte of Pain will leave as is. There's a risk to this, of course. You could put Blessing of Kings on it, turning it into a 5/7 with card drawing capabilities. Such is life. If I'm aggro, I might as well just go for it. So now if my new card costs 3 mana or less, I can play the Wolf Rider, that card, and then get a free Soulfire. Fen Creeper. Okay, Soulfire, not quite good enough. I really hope to get my Kobold Geomancer here so I can Soulfire this thing. Otherwise, I have to Soulfire and throw a creature into this guy's face. Flame Imp. Not quite good enough, but we'll play it. Play Wolf Rider. And, well, let's think about this. I could throw these guys in, or I could throw this guy in to that. This is 7 plus 5 is 12 damage. Not quite enough. So let's go ahead and use the, well, oh, I don't want to life tap. I'll just lose whatever I life tap. So yeah, we'll Soulfire this. Use my weakest creature, which is the Wolf Rider. And we'll swing for lots, 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 and lots. Oh my god, that would have been so good to have at the start of the turn. I could have played it. Soulfire would have then dealt 6 damage, and that would have been really great. Well, too bad I didn't have it. So he needs an answer right here. Consecration plus Equality pretty much instantly wins him the game. Otherwise, well, it doesn't instantly win it. I could still get my like charging 2/5 and power overwhelming or something dumb, but it pretty much instantly wins him the game. That does not really help because it's not getting damaged, so it's not drawing a card. But it is letting Consecration be pretty good. Okay, I see what he did there. So I can get him down to 3. Demon Fire, I can't buff this, unfortunately. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at what I'm getting. Grommash Berserker. I think I actually do need to play this. Because he can't kill it with what he has on the board. With 3 cards, a Paladin is pretty reasonably able to deal with this thing, but gotta go for it here. Because my Dark Iron Dwarf can just die to the Argent Protector. I could have Demon Fired it, I suppose, but I think it was worth it to get a bigger creature down. Okay. Well, with what he has, he could kill that thing. Why did he do this first? This guy's getting enraged now. I hope he had some kind of a plan. That might have just been a slip-up. He really should have attacked with the weapon first, if this is what he was planning to kill with the weapon. Okay, he's gonna take out my dwarf, but this thing, because it got enraged by the acolyte, is now lethal. He's going to heal for 2, which is not good enough. Unless he has an Earthen Ring Farseer. Well, I guess he messed up and lost it. My opponent could have killed this with the True Silver Champion and both of his creatures, but that would have left the Dark Iron Dwarf around, so it seems like he didn't have a way out of the situation. That was a bit closer than I would like, but it all looks the same on the scoreboard. We're up to 3-2. You know, playing aggro was so fun. If I lost right here, that would be a little bit depressing, because my last Warlock run also sucked. But it was still fun. It was still a good time. I enjoy winning games playing aggro. It just feels like it's just fun. It's just different. It's novel. It makes you feel kind of naughty. And if you can do better than 3, it's even better. One of the tricky things about making videos for YouTube is I have a limited amount of time with my day job and whatnot. So I have to like plan my time carefully. I can't afford to like watch as much other people as I used to. I would watch other people as much as I used to. Like Ribbo and Trump and stuff, but I would like to watch more of them because then I could get better. I know that a lot of people, especially Hafu, are really good at Warlock aggro in particular and do like amazingly well in the arena with it on a regular basis. So it'd be nice to know how to do that or like see it done. If you actually have a link or know of a video I can watch with someone doing well with Warlock aggro, feel free to share it in the comments. I would appreciate it tremendously. Alright, let's square up against a fellow aggro deck. So the good news about that is it means the pressure's off to some extent to win in an aggro fashion, because if he's playing aggro, then there's a good chance that, you know, he will also not have much of an endgame. So if I don't have one, that might be okay. This Blood Imp could cause a lot of problems. Like this thing now has 4 health instead of 3, so my Fairy Dragon can't trade with it. So I have to use, well, I could use the Wolf or the Shadow Bolt. Let's actually do the Shadow Bolt here. It uses up more of my mana. I think it seems like when you're aggro, it's even more important to use up your mana as efficiently as possible. I can look forward eventually to killing this Blood Imp with my Dread Infernal, but not for a while. This is really irritating, because that monkey is getting in my way, and I cannot kill it with the wolf and the fairy dragon because it's got 5 freaking health. I can now, and that is... I mean, the other options, like I could use the Stormwind Knight, run both my creatures into it. It's definitely an option. Or I could use the wolf and Mortal Coil. Actually, I prefer this because it puts a bigger body on the board. Okay, so that seems fine. Nice thing, the Fairy Dragon is not Mortal Coilable because it cannot be targeted, which is really cool. And the 2/4 is pretty good. Okay, that's a sick read right there. This card is almost 100% Mortal Coil. If it were Shadow Bolt, he would probably use it against my hardier creature. So he's got a Mortal Coil. Now, will that change how I play? Probably not. But it could. What is that doing in your deck? Oh, God, that's such a big card. Well, I have to just ignore that. I can't afford to, like, do anything about that. Ah, fuck you. God, that sucks. Okay, so his last card is almost certainly a Mortal Coil. Good to know. Alright, well, we're gonna have to, I think we're the aggro here, so we're gonna drop this down, drop that down, swing for 8. It sucks that he can Mortal Coil this and draw a card, for sure, but figure it was worth it to get the damage down. Alright, so I, was right. Not that that's much of a consolation. Killing my wolf, it is the more dangerous creature, which is a reasonable move.
The light protects me.
Okie doke. He's gonna life tap. Seems fair. Okay. So here we go. We're gonna go ahead. This is gonna die when I play the Dread Infernal, so I might as well use it to kill a creature. And I'm gonna play the Dread Infernal. Kills the Blood Imp, pops Divine Shield. And I wish I had a mana left over for Mortal Coil. Sadly, I do not. But I'm ahead on life and ahead on, well, tight on cards. So I should be alright. Life tapping's dangerous. Now, if he doesn't get a buff here with 2 mana, he cannot kill this. That means it's gonna hit him for 6, which is kind of a big deal. He needs like a Power Overwhelming or a Direwolf Alpha or something here, Abusive Sergeant. Otherwise, this thing can't be killed right now. I would have life tapped before playing this, because if he had 3 more mana, it's possible this was like a Shadow Bolter to kill my 6/6. Now my life total is super high, so I don't even care. Okay, well here, one trick I could use the Cobra, give it, and then give it Taunt, but I don't see the point of being fancy like that. Let's just go ahead and Mortal Coil to get a card. In case it's like Soulfire, which is pretty good. We'll play Flame Imp. We'll play Defender of Argus. Swing for 7. He's actually almost dead. I just need to deal damage with anything or draw one of my spell damage creatures and I can kill him next turn. Don't want to play this yet because, again, I could draw one of my spell damage creatures. Both of them are still in here. The Dalaran Mage and the Kobold Geomancer, and I have so much health at the moment I could actually be drawing 2 cards per turn. Plus, this is a bit tricky for him to kill. Honestly, the best card he could probably have here, it'd be like a Siphon Soul. It would kill this, give him 3 health, which is pretty significant. It would let him kill off all my other creatures. And then, you know, he'd then have a clear board and 8 health. And he'd be doing alright. Leroy Jenkins, that is interesting. And Power Overwhelming. Does he actually, he doesn't have the kill, does he? Oh no, he's just using it to kill that, I see. Okay. What is he doing? Why didn't he kill this? Does he have a Mortal Coil here for that? I think what happened there is he messed up and rage quit. But anyway, I was likely to win anyway because I had the Soulfire. So as long as one of these whelps survived to hit him, I had the kill. Okay, great. So we're up to 4 wins. That's fine. I'm kind of a novice, tyro, if you will, when it comes to playing Warlock aggro. So being in the top 33% of arena players is fine by me in this brave new world. And if I can make it to 5 wins, that means I'm in the top 23%, and that's great. I'll be very thrilled about that. I don't think I can make it to 7 here, but it was a fun run. I am anyway much less depressed about this run than about my last one. Not only because I'm already doing better, but because that other Warlock run, the draft didn't really give me an option to play aggro, so I ended up with a really mediocre deck. Okay, Power Overwhelming, great later, not right now. I need to maximize my chance of getting 1-drops. I think when you play aggro, keeping 3-drops is just not good enough. You really need to mulligan everything that's like less than 3. Or anything that's 3 or less. Excuse me, you need to mulligan anything that's 3 or more. There we go. Anything that's not less than 3. How about I try 5 times to say that sentence and then we're going to get it right. Okay, so let's see what he does. He could, of course, play Shadow Word Pain or kill this with a Holy Smite. Nothing. All right. This is easy. So the debate I was having is, do I play the Kobold Geomancer or Life Tap? The reason why I might want to keep the Kobold Geomancer in my hand is I can play it in the future and Mortal Coil will deal 2 damage. Deal 2 damage to a minion, draw a card if it dies is pretty awesome. However, with the Fairy Dragon being top decked, easy choice, just play that. It deals more damage, can't be targeted, all that good stuff. And then I've got this, I got to have my cake and eat it. If he plays like a 2 toughness creature here, I can play this and Mortal Coil and kill it. I don't think he'd have a 2 toughness though, because he should have really coined it out last turn if that was the case in response to Flame Imp. Not many 3 toughness creatures are 2 health or less. Thoughtsteal, well this is actually really nice, probably. Because in general, when you are aggro, Thoughtsteal is not super likely to get a good card out of your deck, but he could have gotten a Hellfire, which is why I don't really want to overextend with this. I'd rather get a card, because if he did get my Hellfire, that would really suck a lot. And this also dies to Holy Nova, so even if he didn't get my Hellfire, he could still have his own Holy Nova. I would not have Thoughtstolen. I would not have played Thoughtsteal with a coin there. Drawing cards doesn't seem all that critical. Anyway, here's where we do the Geomancer move. Well, hang on a minute. That would be the obvious play, but I could also play the Berserker and just ignore his stuff, or just Shadow Bolt this thing. The reason being that now he could Holy Nova, but you know what? Because he used his coin, Holy Nova's not for another couple of turns. He already played one of the Thoughtstolen cards, so I'm gonna gamble it's not Hellfire. And we're gonna kill this thing in a highly efficient fashion. And swing for 6. So, Does he have the Hellfire? That would be the most depressing thing, because that's like literally the best card he could have possibly gotten out of my deck, is a Hellfire. Oh my god, I think that's the card he stole from me. Please do not be Hellfire. God damn it, if that's Hellfire, I'm going to be so mad. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, this is just the best thing to see. When you're playing aggro, this is what you love to see more than anything, is just like random dumb creature that doesn't interfere. I've got 3, 6, 8, 10 damage. 14, I can almost kill him, but not quite. Alright, so we're not going to kill him just yet. Let's go ahead and Shadow Bolt this thing. And play a Berserker. The really sweet thing about the Berserker is that if he does have Holy Nova now, I couldn't care less because this guy will get enraged, and Holy Nova is his whole turn. So he can kill everything, but this becomes enraged, it hits for 5, and Power Overwhelming is GG. He's got the Holy Nova, and Power Overwhelming is the GG.
Well played.
He notices what I did there,
Thank you.
and that's that.
Oh, you want me?
No, I want to say well played. So I thanked him for pointing out my excellent play, and then I also killed him, which deserves a well played, because he did play pretty well. He just had a slow draw, and when you're a priest with a slow draw, the last thing you want is an aggro Warlock. Alright, great game there. That just shows how, with the right draw, you can win with aggro decks, and that was basically what we'd call a free win. I bet that guy had a pretty decent deck, too. Like, I don't think he played badly or anything. He just, well, that coin to Thoughtsteal was a little bit suspect. Because if you know your opponent's Warlock aggro, your odds of getting something good with Thoughtsteal are pretty small. And it looks like he did not get my Hellfire, so that was that. Ooh, Gorgeous the Shaman. Great name there, Gorgeous. Yeah, this guy is pretty gorgeous. Okay, so I think Shadow Bolt has to get mulliganed. I think Soulfire, I'm going to mulligan it as well. And the Novice Engineer. The Novice Engineer is fine on turn 2, but let's maximize my odds of seeing one of my 3 Flame Imps. Novice Engineer is not exactly aggressive. Okay, great. Perfect. So, do I actually play the Flame Imp? Because, I mean, if he coins out like a 3-2, I would hate to trade the Flame Imp in for it. Let's play Leper Gnome. I think that seems like a decent move. So now if he plays a 3-2, I can trade this creature into the 3-2 and not be mad about it. And then play the Flame Imp and the Argent Squire for backup. Okay, here comes the coin. Oh man, I hope it's not a 3. Okay, it's an ooze. Perfect. So do I ignore this? Well, I don't want to play the Flame Imp and just to have it die to the ooze. So we'll trade. Deal 2 damage. I'm pretty safe against Forked Lightning here because of this Divine Shield. And then Forked Lightning would actually be nice to see because he loses next turn, basically. Since it's because of the Overload. And so I'm losing my next turn with Life Tap if I don't draw a good card. Ah, this sucks. Well, hopefully I'll get a 1-drop. Not a chance. Ah, that would have been really, actually that would have been really amazing. I'm going to take that Divine Shield off to kill that thing because I don't want him buffing it and killing my Flame Imp, and I don't want him having increased odds of getting Taunt Totems. Feral Spirit, very good card under the circumstances, like amazingly good, like depressingly good. Oh, Jesus. Let's Life Tap. That doesn't help me. Fuck. Oh my god. That just ruins my life, basically. Okay. Oh man, this could really suck. Luckily I've got the Vengeful Mercenary, which is pretty solid. And the Healing Totem, of course, heals him up. He got the best totem possible. That's great. Fuck everything. Well, we'll play the Vengeful. I might lose this game. I mean, he had what he needed to slow me down. He had his own 2-drop. He had Feral Spirit. Let's see if he has a Hex for this thing. And he got the Healing Totem, which stopped me from killing off that creature, which sucks. A lot of donkey dongs. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Lava Burst. Oh my god, he got the perfect spell. He got the perfect totem twice in a row. Motherfucker, that is so annoying. Well, I'm gonna keep on trying here. Let's play the Dread Infernal. All of his creatures will get healed by the Healing Totem, but I'm more interested just in getting the 6/6. And it is possible next turn if he overextends, which he might because he's overloaded, that I can play Hellfire. Don't mind dropping this guy down to 3 health. Are you goddamn kidding me? Oh my god. That's so annoying. Hex. Fuck me. So he's not even extending into Hellfire, which is the most annoying thing. Alright, well, let's go ahead and do that. That. And that. Yeah, this game's going pretty much to the dogs, and this Twisting Nether was a terrible choice. Every time I've seen it, it was terrible, and the one time it was actually useful, it didn't save me, so it was a bad draft pick. Him getting the perfect totems at every stage does not help, and him having removal at every stage also does not help. Okay, well, this might as well be over, I think. I'm gonna life tap. And I'm gonna pass the turn. So the idea here is he plays more creatures and then I play Twisting Nether, hoping to get some card advantage. It takes my whole turn to do that. But the hope is, with the card advantage and the game lag, I can get into, like, you know, one of my other endgame creatures and get back into good shape. Okay, so Hellfire's not quite adequate, unfortunately, because of this 4 toughness and the 5 toughness. Even with spell damage, it's still not adequate because of the 5 toughness and because I don't have any Mortal Coils. Although if I actually had a Mortal Coil, I'd probably do this, Hellfire and Mortal Coil. As it is, Twisting Nether is the play. We drop the Flame Imp. Down a little bit perilously low, but at least we're equal on cards. The problem is if he just keeps dropping big stuff, I will lose. Now, if he's like me, doesn't have that much big stuff left, I might be able to steal a win here. We'll see. Okay. Now I'm low on health, so I really can't afford to go aggro anymore. You've got to learn when to quit, as it were. I like both these creatures because this can kill the Harvest Golem and survive, and this can attack the Harvest Golem and get enraged. If he has any more removal, I'm pretty much boned in the face. But we'll see what happens. Oh, of course he gets a spell damage totem before Fork Lightning. Of motherfucking course. Of course. God damn it. Honestly. That is so terrible. Ah, fuck my life. What the hell? We'll life tap there. Why not? Because I might lose, that's why. He's got too many cards. If this were all the same but he had no cards, then I could win. But the fact that he was able to be as efficient as he was, despite my epic Twisting Nether and Hellfire, means I'm gonna lose. Almost certainly to card disadvantage, because I don't have enough life to, like, you know, keep life tapping. Well, Corehound luckily is a piece of shit card, because my 1-drop can trade with his 7-drop. That's kind of cute. Can't life tap anymore, I don't think. We'll leave it be. See what else he has for me here. I think all I have left in here is a Gurubashi Berserker as far as endgame is concerned. Oh no, fuck you! Oh, you can't afford to have your opponent draw cards in this situation. You just can't. And the fact that he hacks my 4/4 so I can't kill this also is bad. Okay. Demolisher hits him in the face. Novice Engineer gives me a card. I think I still have a Shadow Bolt in here. That's pretty much my last best hope. Power Overwhelming. Fuck it. Not a chance. Not a chance. Oh, right. I can use Power Rolling on the Frog. Right. Okay, I really should have thought about that. Oops. I kind of forgot. Well, now I'm at 3 health, so a Lightning Bolt or a Rock Biter Weapon or Fire Elemental or a Fluttering Butterfly will kill me. I don't know if he's giving me well played because he's about to kill me or because he actually is impressed by my use of the frog. I'll just say thanks, I suppose. He's farsighting here, drawing more cards, fishing for those lightning bolts. He's still at way too much health.
Get behind me.
This doesn't help. Ugh. Well, my Demolisher hit the right thing, and this is good. I definitely can't life tap anymore. You know what? What is the difference between 3 and 1? Frost Shock kills me now? Like Elven Archer kills me? Yeah, I'm gonna life tap. Whatever, man. Whatever, it's all good. And actually, that was pretty nice, so we'll do this. Enrage my guy.
You're sure?
Da-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. So at least I'm protected against charge creatures, but you know, and then Rockbiter weapon, but like a lightning bolt or a fire elemental. Or like rifleman or whatever would kill me. Alright, there's the Hex for my biggest threat. Oh, that's a good card.
Ready, sir.
So he's okay, so that's everything. I hope the Demolisher hits one of these two things, please. Oh no, that was the worst thing it could possibly have hit. Blood Imp, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Oh man. This sucks. Okay, what is my only chance? I've got 3, 5, 6. I can't kill him. My only hope. What is my only hope? Well, if I leave all those creatures alive, he can just bust through. So my only hope
So many
is
possibilities.
if I do this, unless he top decks an answer to like a silencer removal or something, he can't kill my stuff. The Blood Imp doesn't really help at all. I guess I might as well kill this for him. Yeah, we'll do that. So the only thing standing between me and defeat is this frog. So there's like a bajillion and one things that will kill him, and I still can't even kill him next turn, which is the most hilarious thing. Alright, there's a Frost Shock. Alright, well played. Okay, that game sucked. I think all those games where I lost sucked, but maybe I'm just biased that I think that anytime I lose when I'm playing aggro, it sucks. Yeah, that Feral Spirit was just too good, and I couldn't catch up. Fire Elemental also very good for him. Alright, 5 wins though. It's almost a success. Pretty happy as I'm still learning the ropes of this aggro business. Probably could have drafted a little bit better. The Twisting Nether was definitely a mistake, so I learned that much. And in one game at least I could have played a little better. This is actually a lot of gold for 5 wins. What is that? 70 plus 25 is 95 gold. I will take that definitely. Yeah, 95 gold. That's really good. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, do please like and or subscribe. And if you want to stick around, let's go ahead and stick around for a little bit of extra endgame rituals here. So first thing we do is take a look at our, well, second thing I suppose. We already looked at the prize. Let's take a look at our pack. I think I have these. Otherwise unremarkable. Crafting mode. Up, I had those already. So 40 dust is all that pack was. Sneak peek of the next arena. It'd be nice if Shaman stopped showing up. It's like always Shaman or mages in there. It'd be nice if they just went away. Okay, neither Warrior or Rogue is going to be our next run, because of course we just did Warlock. That'll be it. I'll see you next time. Till then.